always fun to talk about the history. I love history, so I'm happy to. And I have a strong feeling that people should know their roots. Where did you come from? Where did this field come from? And you come into the field in 2017, you think it's always been this way. Believe me, it hasn't. And we've got some origins that are pretty humble, so I'm happy to talk about them. In terms of myself, I'm probably the most unlikely in New York psychiatrist that you could imagine. As a matter of fact, I had a dear friend, Mr. Rudin, who used to say, "Jimmie, you're the only Texas Baptist psychiatrist in New York." And so we would laugh about it. So I've had an unlikely trip from Texas. And I grew up in the country on a farm. My dad was a farmer back in the days when cotton was a big product in Texas, in what we call the Bible-toting blackland belt of Texas. And that was wonderful. I grew up as an only child, was kind of lonely out on the farm. I had a lot of kids to play with around the neighborhood who lived on various farms, but by and large I was by myself. I think I was impressed by the old family doctor who would come and open up his bag, and there was nothing much in it but castor oil or something like that. But everybody felt better when he left, and we were just sort of reassured things were good. And there's something about that experience with him that I think influenced me. And when he died, he left his library to me. It was very sweet. When I was about 9 or 10, I had this big bookcase of medical books from 1898. I still have a lot of them. But he was influential. I think that, I don't know, I guess I like taking care of things. I like taking care of puppy dogs and animals, and maybe that was a sort of a need to take care of people too. And so I began to say, I want to be a doctor, and people would say, "You what?" But
it was unusual for a woman to go to medical school.
Well, and to say even to be a doctor. Women in my little country community either got to be a secretary or a teacher, but there weren't many jobs open to women, and the idea that a woman would be going to a professional school was just not part of the culture.
Is that how you would characterize it?
I think it's a passion, that this is something that's important, it's the right thing to do, and when you have those kind of feelings about what you do, it's really no longer work. I call it play, I call it fun. When I say I have fun at Memorial Sloan Kettering all day, people think I've lost my mind. But I do, because I love what I do, and I enjoy every single day. I think one of the richest parts of my years of experience in doing this bill has been the associations and the friendships that have come out of the international work. It's just a great joy to think about people in Hamburg or Switzerland and Australia, and they're dear, dear friends, and they cross these national borders. And I think this is the way one moves culture forward. It moves tolerance forward. It has to be not nationalistic in any way, but that we come together around these issues. And I think psycho-oncology is an international issue, and surely it is a human right, as you proposed. So it's a pleasure to talk.